With me today is Rachel Green, Emotional Intelligence and Engagement Specialist, and we are talking about cultivating positive emotions in the workplace. Rachel, welcome.
It's fantastic to talk to you again, Michael.
Well, it's very nice to talk to you, and I'm very interested in this subject. You run a seminar called Cultivating Positive Emotions in the Workplace. You clearly must, to go to that trouble, believe positive emotions in the workplace really matter. Why? Why do they matter? Why are they that important? Work is work, isn't it?
Well, do you want your staff to be unhappy? Because positive emotions is about developing a positive framework in which to work, so that if a member of staff feels appreciated or content, they're probably going to be engaged more. They're probably going to get into less conflict. They're probably going to get on better as a team. So cultivating positive emotions isn't about a warm, fuzzy thing about making everybody happy, but it is about helping people to stay buoyant and resilient.
Are you saying that, well, okay, let me put you into my workplace. Sometimes it's like, look, the workplace just isn't all that great. I don't feel all that buoyant, all that wonderful. I'm looking forward to 5 o'clock when I can get out the door and go and have some fun. So what happens when my work isn't all that great? Are you saying that I can do something to make it better even if my work isn't doing it for me?
Yeah, absolutely. You can actually develop a whole series of strategies to develop positive emotions irrespective of what you're doing. But also the whole environment in a workplace matters. You may not enjoy your work because you never get any praise back from your supervisor or your immediate manager. The team may be in conflict, there may be misunderstandings, you may feel unrewarded. There are many reasons why you may not find your work of much benefit. And if you're not happy at work, you're more likely to leave.
That's true.
If you're going to leave, that is going to cost me as the organisational CEO money. So positive emotions can actually save money because you're more likely to retain staff if they feel appreciated, if they feel content, if they feel enjoyment and enthusiasm, if they feel confident, if they're keen, if they feel determined. There are many positive emotions which lead to innovation and creativity, for instance. Those are really valuable in our present economic climate.
Okay, so this is not just about necessarily feeling good so that work is a nicer place to be to retain people, though that's a positive benefit, but you're saying it actually has productivity implications.
Well, absolutely, and retention of staff saves you thousands because you don't have to retrain people and you don't have to find people to stand in to keep the projects going that were halfway through when that member of staff left. So yes, it has a huge impact on productivity. Staff who are more engaged are more likely to be productive than those who are sitting there sulking because they felt insulted or they felt intimidated by their boss, or they went to a meeting and they felt they didn't have a chance to speak out, so they feel unheard and ignored. Those staff may stay at work, but they're not productive. They're sitting there seething, or they're spreading gossip, or they're backbiting, or they're undermining the whole team, or they actually let the team down. And all of that influences productivity. So emotions drive behaviour in the workplace, and positive emotions increase resilience, increase productivity, and produce better teamwork.
I'm interested then in cultivating positive emotion, and I'm wondering, maybe there are two angles to this. I just want to explore this a little with you. I could see a leader in an organisation going about the effort of trying to cultivate positive emotion, trying to cultivate an environment where positive emotion thrives. I'm also wondering though, do I as an employee have opportunities to cultivate my own positive emotions? When you give these seminars, are you helping me as the individual to become more buoyant even if my boss isn't helping me?
Yeah, both.
Both
are important. So if we get the whole of your team together for the positive emotions workshop, then everybody learns the same techniques. That means you as a team can go and practice them together. Also what it means is you can go home and practice it on your own. So you can get out of bed in the morning and go to a strategy to develop a positive emotion before you even get to work.
Wow.
You can be at work and in your lunch break the whole team can do something together to be more buoyant and resilient. You could leave work at the end of the day and practice something again so that when you get home you're actually nicer to your family and you're not taking work stress home. So the idea is that a whole organisation could provide an environment where positive emotions are encouraged and developed and cultivated. You know, it's a bit like having a garden and making the flowers grow. And an individual can do that for themselves, so they're not so affected. If there's negativity in the workplace, they don't have to go down with it. If there is bitching and backstabbing and gossip, they don't have to be so wounded by it, that they can stay buoyant, that they can stay in a framework, that they stay productive.
Right. And just to put this down on the ground in practical terms, can you give me just one example, for instance, of an organisation where you've seen this kind of cultivation give rise to some real growth?
Oh yes, there's lots of examples that I can give. But if I talk a little bit about the kind of techniques that we use, let's just say we have some people practicing mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness meditation, some of you are going to go, oh, that's really airy-fairy stuff, Rachel. But the only techniques I teach are those that are scientifically proven to have a positive benefit. There is a lot of research now being done on the brain of people who practice mindfulness meditation. And one of the things you'll be interested in the organisation is that they've proven that there is a better concentration level on those who practice mindfulness, that they are more likely to stay focused and get a job complete. They are more likely to cope with distraction and then come back to being focused, so their concentration level increases. So there are many techniques that you can use, and if there is an organisation who is using mindfulness meditation, as we have some of our leading organisations in town, they actually encourage their staff to practice this. It actually also means that they also come to greater calm. They also have less stress, and therefore there's going to be less conflict. So that's just one example of something that somebody can do on their own, or you can do to foster within an organisation. I know some law firms who at the end of the day all meditate together.
Is that a fact?
Yeah.
Wow. And this is measurable. We're not just talking about impressions. We're talking about scientifically quantified, measurable results.
Everything that I teach in the Cultivating Positive Emotions seminar is proven. They're all proven techniques. No airy-fairy, wishy-washy, mumbo-jumbo, new age stuff. It's all proven. I will present the brain research if we need it. I'll present the scientific research. I'm only interested in methods of cultivating positive emotions that I can prove to you that will work. And I will teach you how to do them all, Michael.
Fantastic, because I'm only interested in the things that work too. For all the nicey-picey stuff, it's got to work. And obviously what you're interested in and what you've studied and what you deliver is based on scientific evidence, data that you can get there and see the results in practical terms. Fantastic.
And if I come into your organisation, I'll bring the data for you, especially, Michael.
Thank you. I'd like to see that. And if I want to engage you to run this activity within my organisation, I come to you?
You do. Just go to my website if you want to read more details of the actual seminar. It's on the website, and I'm looking forward to coming into your organisation, Michael.
I'm looking forward to it as well. Thanks, Rachel. I think.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure. Thank you, Rachel.
Thank you.